Hey, official JDTV here, how are you, and thank you so much for tuning in. Now, it's the start of September and everyone knows what that means. The children, the parents, it is back to school time, back in that routine of waking up really early and going to school. I know, I've got a brother and he's like, I need this, I need that. It started with buying him new uniform, new pencil case and equipment to go in that, new bag, new shoes, and before you know it you spent hundreds of pounds on getting them back to school. But I get it, education is important. Now I'm talking about this because one, I want to give my tricks and tips to parents out there, and two, I want to inspire and give my tricks and tips to the children who are going back to school or maybe even starting school. So to the young people out there, hey, and good luck at the start of your school, and good luck to anyone who's starting their school. If it's in year 9, if it's in year 10, I don't know, but make sure you smash it and do well. So as you do, I was reading The Sun the other day, and this article was in the paper, and I read it because the headline was catchy, and I thought it was about going back to school, and it really made me think. Now, someone called Mrs. Crunch wrote it, sponsored by Morrison's in Association. So I read it, okay, and I need to talk about it because it really made me think, and it really made me want to do this video and push on my views and my opinions and my tricks and tips to you guys out there. So if you're going back to school, or even if you just like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up because it really helps me a lot. And if you're new, please hit that subscribe button down below because I'd love to have you on board. So let's get started. So as I said, it was in The Sun, this massive paragraph about going back to school and the tricks and tips to parents and children. And I read it and it really made me think. One, I don't agree with some of what they're saying. And two, I think some are really helpful and things that I have never even thought about or even imagined actually happened. So I'm going to read a few things out and we are going to talk about it because it's one, going to make you laugh, or two, it's going to make you think. So the first thing that made me go, ouch, tell me about it, is parents pay on average £550 to entertain their children over the summer holidays. So you've got this big summer holidays, it's 6, 7, maybe 8 weeks for you guys in the UK, and the parents have to spend when they're doing stuff as a family or doing stuff with their friends or whatever it is, but they reckon it's £550 to entertain one child over the summer. Now that made me think as well, you know, some of these parents may not be able to afford it, but the children are demanding to do stuff, they're bored, they want to do stuff as a family, so you have to shell out. Yes, people work, yes, people have the money, but it's a hell of a lot of money, and then once you've spent that, they're going back to school and they're buying all that stuff I mentioned, uniform, pencil cases, shoes, on top of what they just spent. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't got the money, you need a loan. So first of all, that made me really shocked. And then they reckon on average, a parent spends £186.24 on their new kit for every child to go back to school. I don't know what my mum has spent this year, but I know it was a hell of a lot of money just to get one child back to school. He's starting in year 9, so I wish him the best of luck and I hope he's watching. But it just makes you think sometimes. You know, I left school a couple of years ago and I didn't really think about buying this, buying that, because I never bought it. But now when I'm helping my mum and people are helping my brother go back to school, it really makes you think about how expensive it is. So as you look down the article, there is the first day tips and tricks. There's loads of tricks, I think it goes to 1 to 6, and then there's another box that goes 1 to 6. So there's 12 tips, okay. I read some of them and it really shocked me. Now the first one, tip number 1. Now ladies and gentlemen, this is number 1 on whoever rates this list. It is, practice your school run a few times so you know when to wake up and how long it takes to get there. Now let me just stop. Who on this earth will practice their school run? Get the kids in the car, get whoever in the car and go to the school. Maybe are they talking about a handful of times or are they talking about once or twice? If you've already at that school, I think you know the time how to get there and the time not. But they're saying get in your car, waste petrol, waste time to, practice. Can you imagine getting in your car and driving to an empty school and people are watching you? You must look really weird. Okay, top 4 in this article. Tip 4, I do not agree with it. People are nervous to go back to school at the best of times, and this one really riled me up. It's number 4, and it's about considering using used uniform that you can get off friends, other parents. They even talk about phoning up the school, and if they've got any lost property, going and purchasing it, or if you can. Do you know what? At the best of times, kids are scared, kids are nervous to go back to school. Can you imagine if you sent a kid back to school with, your best friend's uniform or used uniform? I don't know about you, but you can tell when uniform has been used. And if someone actually has to do that, it's pretty sad in this day and age. But for someone actually to give a tip about having hand-me-down uniforms, it is just crazy. I don't know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the comment box below and tell me about, would you ever put your child in used uniform if you had to, or would you choose to? I'd love to hear from you, let me know, because it really pickled me on that one. Okay, next up, the 6th tip on that list that I really, really love is because everyone takes photos of their children because they're so proud. I do it to my brother, I'm proud. They look so cute in uniform. He's 13, he won't want me saying that, but they actually look really cute. And it makes me happy, and I love looking back at old photos. But everyone, and it mentions in there, everyone takes your first day photo, but no one takes your last day. So I really recommend, and if you think about it, taking a first year photo and a last day of school photo. And then once you start the next year, you can look back and see how much they've grown up in the summer holidays, because I bet you it's really scary how much they've grown up. And also you can look back and reflect, if you've had a great year, if you got good grades, or you've done well or got certificates, I don't know. You can look back and think, God, that's a really, really great year. Let's really push on to the next year and learn more and make more friends and just have a lot of fun. Okay, the next one is really practical. Everyone buys new shoes for the new term. You want to look smart, they want to be shiny, they want to be comfortable. But I bet you there is lots of parents out there that the first day of school, they're getting the shoes out of the box straight away and lacing them up without going on their child. Have you ever thought about it might hurt them, they might complain, it might distract them learning in lessons? So I would always say, and the article says, a week or 2 weeks before your child actually starting school, or before you're starting school, just put them on in the evening, or if you're going out somewhere and it's not going to get muddy or it's not raining, and they can try on the shoes, and when they get back to school they're really comfortable and it's not going to hurt them. So the last tip, I had to end with this one because it made me laugh. It made my mind go absolutely in circles, and it was working overtime, which often that doesn't really happen. Now it says, this is the parent out there, it says set up a fake book or WhatsApp group to the other mums and the other dads in the play area, so you know your friends' parents, you know who they're hanging around with, and if they go for tea or if they go for parties, you already know them. Now, one, on the first hand, that is a great idea. It's very safe, it's very cool to do. Know the parents if they have sleepovers, parties, etc. You know what they're like, and also you can actually make friends. But on the other hand, I thought parents' romances, I don't know about you, I'm not saying everyone is just going to jump in bed with your friend's parents, but it did make me think, that can be a bit dodgy. I hope that has had a lot of tips and a lot of tricks of going back to school. There's a lot of stuff that we talked about there. Practical and some really serious and so not many serious. Before I end this video, I just want to say to everyone who's starting school or starting back to school, whatever year you're in, make sure you do well, make sure you learn and make friends and have a lot of fun. Because I'm not at school anymore, I'm not in education, and sometimes I think back going, God, I wish I'd done this, I wish I was back there, I would have done this different. So if I'm someone who's left school and done it and got the t-shirts, just enjoy it, have fun. You know, have fun but also learn and educate yourself, because then you can start making the longer and then you can get a good job in the future. So I wish everyone the best of luck if you're starting school or if you're starting a new year. Go and smash it and don't be scared and just work hard and play hard. So I hope you liked this video and you may have learned something, you may not. Remember, if you did like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, because it really helps me a lot. And also make sure you hit me up on all my social media links, there in the description box below. I love to have you on board. Come and tweet me, come and Facebook me, whatever. We can talk about this video or we can just talk about the weather. I don't mind, but I love to have you on board. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe down below to official JDTV. I'd love to have you on board. And we just have so much fun on this YouTube channel. Great community, we share the love and we have fun. So thank you so much for watching this, and people who are going back to school, good luck. And to the parents, well, it might be a little break for you now because they're at school. But make sure you do your homework and make sure you have fun, and we'll see each other very, very soon. Till next time, YouTube gang, good luck at school, take care.